Hey everyone, this is Black Binder, and I'm starting a new Let's Play with the Cursed on Tales of Maj'eyal. I have a bad taste in my mouth after the ending of the Cultist of Entropy, so we're going to do a Cursed run through this time, and they did change it a little bit in 1.6, so I'm hoping it's a little bit more user-friendly now. They had a lot of problems with defenses, and the way I'm going to go about that, even though I think they were buffed a little bit in 1.6, is I'm going to go anti-magic with the Krog, and then also the Krog has a really good racial, Wrath of the Wilds. It basically lets you stun someone for 8 straight turns with, you stun them for 3 turns with this, but then you can reset it with, or you used to be able to, maybe not anymore. Well, either way. It basically makes you one-on-one able to take melee powerhouses, which really can shut down the Cursed pretty quickly. We are going to go one-handed and one-handed to really up the damage he can do. And then with Gloom, hopefully we'll lower the damage we're taking, plus anti-magic. It should get us over that bump. Alright. Resolve. You stand in the way of magical damage. That which does not kill you will make you stronger. When you are hit by hostile, non-physical, non-mind damage, you gain 12% resistance to that element for 7 turns. At talent level 3, the bonus resistance may apply to 3 elements. That's new. Refreshing the duration with each element added. Additionally, each time you take non-physical, non-mind damage, your equilibrium will decrease and stamina increase by 1. The effects will increase with the greater of your mind power or physical power, and the bonus resistance can be a mental crit. The bonus resistance can be a mental crit. Our greater one is going to be physical power. I don't ever really try to do mind power with a curse. That just, they might have changed it in this, but it just was not worth it in 1.5 because the gloom you could get on items was much better than the gloom you could get through the gloom tree, and the only thing worth getting was sanctuary. But we'll see. All right, rampage. I still need to be level 10 to get that, don't I? Or no, I do need to be level 10 to get the category point, but if you're a Cornac, you can learn it at level 1. Alright, Wrath of the Wilds. You unleash the Wrath of the Wilds for 5 turns. When you deal damage to a creature while Wrath is active, you have an 8% chance, 100% for the first creature hit each turn, to stun them for 3 turns. So it is 8 turns. This effect can only stun a creature once per turn. Chance scales with your constitution, and apply power is the highest of your physical or mind power. Okay. Unnatural body. Your body, I don't think you can take the point out of this, which sucks because Cursed Form is a really good adventurer talent tree, but it comes with some negatives too. Your body's strength is fed by your hatred. This causes most forms of healing to be between 50% effective to 100% effective at 100 hate. In addition, after each kill, you store the waning life force to invigorate yourself, restoring 8 life, limited by the foe's maximum life up to a maximum of 18. At any time, you can heal no more than 7 life per turn this way, and it is not affected by your hatred level or other effects. Healing from kills improves with your willpower. So yeah, this is basically, if you take it on an adventurer, it's a negative heal mod. But it's still, for the other ones, it's worth it because there's a bunch of passive bonuses that you can get. Alright, slash. You slash wildly at your target for 116% to 153% damage. These damages are based on your hate level, which you get from basically attacking or feeding. This guy can't feed, but from attacking and killing people. At level 3, any wound you inflict with this carries a part of your curse, reducing the effectiveness of healing by 33% for 15 turns. The effect will stack. The damage multiplier increases with your strength. This talent will also attack with your shield if you have one equipped. Nice. I usually like going shield early on with the Cursed just to get him through the mid-levels, or the early and mid-levels, and then I go to dual wield eventually. Stock. When you focus your attacks on a single foe and strike them in melee for 2 consecutive turns, your hatred of them overcomes you and you begin to stalk them with single-minded purpose. The effect will last for 40 turns or until your prey is dead. Stalking gives you bonuses against your foe that grow each turn you hit them, and diminish each turn you don't. 3 accuracy, 5% melee damage, and 0.5 hate per turn the prey was hit. The accuracy bonus improves with your willpower, and the melee damage improves with your bonus with your strength. The third level of it is 5 accuracy, 16% melee damage, and 1.5 hate per hit. Dominate. Turn your attention to a nearby foe and dominate them with your overwhelming presence. If the target fails to save versus your mind power, it will be unable to move for 3 to 4 turns and vulnerable to attacks. They will lose 3 to 4 armor, or they will lose 3 armor, 4 defense, and your attacks will gain 22 resistance penetration. 22% resistance penetration. If the target is adjacent to you, your domination will include a melee attack. Gloom. A terrible gloom surrounds you, affecting all those who approach to within radius 3. At the end of each game turn, those caught in your gloom must save against your mind power or have a 8% chance to suffer from slowness, stun, or confusion for 3 turns. The chance increases with your mind speed? Huh, that's weird. This ability is innate and carries no cost to activate or deactivate. Each point in gloom talents increases your mind power by 2. Awesome. Alright, Predator. You know what? I want Predator instead of Gloom. Predator. Improve your predation by learning from past hunts. You gain 0.3 accuracy and 0.15 armor penetration against foes for each foe of that type you have previously slain. To a maximum of 15 accuracy and 7 APR. That's awesome. It used to only work for one type of enemy. Now I guess it's all enemies. So you just get better at killing as you kill things, which is awesome. Alright, we start in Corpool, which is a terrible place to start. Cursed Fate, we are going to... The problem here is we're anti-magic. That lowers the pool of items we can use. And Cursed Fate lowers it even further, so we're not going to use it. It is pretty powerful. You can summon a lot of really weak pets to take hits for you, but I don't want to do that. Because it would make it impossible to get a good build going for gear. Because you have to make sure it's not arcane, and you have to make sure it has the curse you want. Because some of the curses aren't very good. Alright, leveled up already. Awesome. Rats are easy to kill, always. So you can just hold direction on them if you wanted to. We won't be able to beat the boss here until we come back later. Because he hits... We have 135 life. His freeze can hit for up to 190. Around there. I've seen it personally hit for up to 190. I'm sure it can do more. Open the chest, but it was guarded. Awesome. Alright, so what we're going to do is Wrath of the Wilds, then Dominate. Or we'll attack. Good, it was just a mouse. Alright, what do we got here? 7 armor, 3 constitution. Awesome. We've got a 2-hander right now, so let's go ahead and replace it with this one. Oh, no, it's arcane. Awesome. We've already run into 2 arcane items that we can't use. Alright, so we can't really use any of those things. Now, it's usually pretty dangerous to do vaults when you're this low of a level and you're melee. But with Wrath of the Wild, we should be okay. Looks like we're not going to be okay. Shit. Let's try that again. No. Where are you, stupid skeleton? Ah! Follow me over here, please. What's the cooldown on this? 12? Not bad. There he is. Wait for him to come around the corner here, so we don't walk into his arrow. God, I hate these new freaking AI. Alright. We're going to Infusion Wild, because it gives us resistance to all. Dodge. Then try this again. Come on. Fuck. Alright. We're this close, so we're just gonna restart the character. We start with the same character. If it's on the first level of the game, or really the first dungeon, I would just restart it, because you don't want to lose a life doing something stupid like opening a vault as a melee character. Boom, boom, boom. Then we'll raise our strength. Mark this for restart, and start again. The problem is, with melee characters and vaults have higher level enemies, so they're more likely to have a higher defense. So if you could tell we weren't doing any damage, we were whiffing on him. Actually, you know what? We need to get... This doesn't cost anything? This doesn't have any stat costs. Nice. These strength, willpower, strength, willpower. So I need to get my no, I'm gonna get my strength up to 24 just so I can take weapons mastery again, and we'll worry about getting willpower up next time. We need to have willpower up to level 18, I think, by level 4, or is it 20? I think it's 18. I'll look next time. Next level. The upside of being anti-magic is we can wear anti-magic items now. Problem is that freaking arcane? No, it's not. Wear it then. The problem being, arcane artifacts are generally better than arcane or anti-magic items. Alright, come on. Will you stop that? Where are you going? Coming this way? Wait a few turns, let me clear everything out. No, go that way. Takes them a second to realize the pathing has changed. Alright. Now, we betrayed her and sent her to Ziggur, so now we get a different talent than what she would normally give us. Alright, so we can jump with a range of 2, a 100% turn. No, that's awful. Or we can just get a 20% increase in movement speed. That's what we're going to do. We're going to be a movement speed powerhouse. And hopefully I will save the Tinker, because that's... I'm thinking we're going to go Tinkers with this guy. Tinkers is a very, very powerful, almost cheating, almost, not quite, way to play. Now remember, they did nerf talent levels and scaling recently in 1.67, so if this seems easier, it's not because the Cursed is so much more powerful. Like against certain enemies, yeah, but the Cultists should be stronger. The Cursed is kind of seen, at least before 1.6, he was seen as a weaker class. Not sure why exactly, because he has decent stuff, but I think it's because 2 of his trees were largely useless, like the fears and the oh my god, the gloom. Because fears, there were too many enemies that were resistant to it, and then also it was lackluster even if it did work all the time. And gloom, you could get gloom on items that was strictly better than the tree itself. The gloom on items, it was a chance, a decent chance, like 20% or more, to do a random gloom on a target every time you hit. So, and it, because of the way your gloom actually works, Like you saw, it's got an 8% chance if you overcome their mind save with your mind power on a melee, a physical bumping class. Like, it's not going to happen as much. Might as well just go for the item. Oh, shit, that's right. We're not supposed to fight this guy. Surprised he didn't freeze me from where I was. Alright, don't forget. We need to come back to Corpool eventually. See what we can do in Trollmire. Okay, what do we want this time? I want to be able to wear heaviest armor, so let's go up to 28, because that's what a lot of the heavy armor costs to wear. Well, it's one of the cutoff points, 28. Then let's go willpower, up enough to get everything. Alright, frenzy. Assault nearby foes with 4 fast attacks, or 8 if you're dual wielding, that's awesome, for 19% to 38% damage each attack. So this attack would actually be better than Flurry for the purposes of adding on-hit damage. That's pretty cool. Excuse me. Stalked prey are always targeted if nearby. At level 3, the intensity of your assault overwhelms anyone who is struck, reducing their defense by 12 for 4 turns. That's irrelevant. You don't want to hamstring your accuracy to the point where you need to hit them to lower their defense. So the damage multiplier and defense reduction increases with your strength. This talent will also attack with your shield if you have one equipped. Awesome. Harass prey. This is very, very good. It'll buy you some time, especially with Wrath of the Wilds. It'll give you 10 turns of really hampered enemies to the point where you can unload on them without worrying about them killing you. Harass your stalked victim with 2 quick attacks for 35% to 67% damage each. Each attack that scores a hit disrupts 1 talent, rune, or infusion for 2 turns. That's useful. Your opponent will be unnerved by the attacks, reducing the damage they deal by 46%. That's level 1 for 2 turns. But the damage reduction increases with your willpower stat. By each level, only increases it by like 2%. So it doesn't scale very well. It starts out really high, though. Alright, preternatural senses. This is what enemies have that totally screw you over if you run into them. Your preternatural senses, this and blindside. Your preternatural senses aid you in your hunt for the next victim. You sense foes in the radius of 2. You will always sense a stalked victim in a radius of 10. You also increase stealth detection by 26 and invisibility detection by 26. Stealth and invisibility detection improves with your willpower. But that sense your foes in a radius of 2 goes up to like 6 or 7 by 5 out of 5, which I really enjoy having. Weakness. Each turn, those caught in your gloom must save against your mind power or have 8% chance to be crippled by fear for 3 turns, reducing damage they inflict by 14%. The first time you melee strike a foe after they have been weakened will give you 2 hate. The chance increases with your mind speed. Each point in gloom talents increases your mind power. No. We do need to take it because we're going to go up to Sanctuary, but I'm not going to take it just yet. Upon making a critical melee attack, the savagery of your predation causes a cursed miasma to begin permeating your hunting grounds. The miasma will seep from 3 locations, including your own, within a radius of 4. Deals 7.62 damage split between darkness and mind and blocks sight. Ugh, I don't like that. Does it block my sight? Prey lost within your miasma have a 6% chance to lose track of you and may mistake friends for foes. Savage Hunter costs 8 hate on trigger and does not trigger when you're in cursed miasma. So it costs hate to trigger, but I'm guessing I can see in it. I'm going to go with Harass Prey, though. Oh, I have the Dreaming one. That's a really good find. Especially just laying on the ground. Let's see what it does. 5 will, 5 mind power, and the wearer is asleep, and then you can also use it to cast sleep. I use the sleep as like a last resort. This vault is pretty easy. That's why I'm going in it. What level are they? 10. Not too bad. Clarifying copper amulet of willpower. Ooh, nice. Iron greatsword of massacre. 37 base power. Max base power. Movement speed. Let's put those on. These boots. Nope, they're arcane. We can't. Yay. Yay. Alright, 2 mind power, 3% mental crit chance. Better than what we have on. So we'll take it. Alright, repented thief. You cannot betray him. Son of a gun. Look at this. If this poison ivy gets a shot at him, it'll kill him in 1 hit. Because the dot does enough damage to kill him. But there's also a bee down here, so I can't just run at him and kill him. So I'm just going to have to sit here. Alright, there. Wait a few turns. Wait for the bee to come over. Wrath of the Wilds and dominate it so it doesn't move. Then Frenzy. Now we need to get to this guy and kill him. Oh my god. There's now a Cursed coming up and a Midge Swarm. Just wait a second. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to Infusion Wild. Oh, that's right. This is a mental effect. It's not a physical effect, so that doesn't work. Alright, I need to kill the Forest Troll, even though the Midge Swarm is faster, because he's rampaging. Okay, let's move onward. Bum rushed me with rares recently in Trollmire. Happened to one of my Technomancers too. One of my Technomancer tryouts. Shit. Alright, I got rid of the stun. There we go. Alright, what do we want? We want... Do I need track? That's the thing. I'm going to have preternatural senses. So what I'm going to get is Lacerating Strike. Your melee and ranged attacks have a 20% chance to shred enemies, inflicting an additional 100% of the damage dealt as bleed damage over 4 turns. Another good one is Misdirection. Your abilities in Sowing Confusion and Chaos have reached their peak. Whenever a foe attempts to apply a detrimental physical effect to you, they have a 10% chance to fail. If there is an adjacent enemy to you, you misdirect your foe into applying it to them at a 30% duration. Plus you gain 6 defense. The chance to apply status effects increases with your accuracy and the defense with your cunning. But I want Lacerating Strikes, since I'm going to be bumping a lot. But like if you're a wizard or a caster or something, Misdirection, especially if you can get more than 1 point, is kind of nice. I wonder what I'm going to go. I'm definitely going to go I Can Carry the World, but what else? Flexible combat maybe, or Windblade to make the later levels fly by quickly, like the prides. Don't know yet. I Can Carry the World is just too good. It's 50 strength, and normally I don't put a lot of stock in stat increases, but when it's 15 or higher, you kind of gotta say, well, maybe. Alright, we got a better Iron Greatsword. Not by much though. Really doesn't give us anything. It really doesn't give us anything. It's not... Ours is better. Ours has got 1 more base power. This one just... It doesn't have anything. 6% mind, 3% nature resistance, silence immunity, 10%, and maximum psi 10. So literally none of those are something we can use. The resistances are fine, but they're super low as it is. I'm going to put this on. 7 armor, 10% nature and blight resistances. Let's see, is there anything else in here we can use? Got Eye of the Dreaming one on. I don't really want to get rid of that. This armor is better. It's got more resistances than the one I have on. Although blight resistance is pretty useful early on and later on, because Soul Rot is what's going to one-shot you. It's got a high chance to crit. Each point in Soul Rot, I think it's just Soul Rot gives it an increased chance to crit. Okay, I need to stun this guy so he can't destroy me. Invoke Darkness is very dangerous at this level. I guess Chill of the Tomb too, but I wonder. I never really saw them cast Chill of the Tomb so close before, but I think because now it doesn't damage you, their AI thinks it's okay to use even if they're close. Because I don't think they used to use it if it had a chance to hit them. I need to remember when I go to High Peak next time to bring some burrow hands so I can just use a movement infusion and burrow through the walls. Flame Rot and Prox's Halfling Foot. That gives you a 25% chance to remove 3 stuns, pins, or disarms per turn, I think. But we're not going to wear it because it's arcane. No, it's not. Huh, I could have swore it was arcane. We will wear Flame Rot. It's got 2 Cunning, 3 Will, and then I can use it to cast Flame Spit, 38 fire damage. This one might actually be better. 10 physical power, 2 life regain, 20 life. Yeah, I'm going to use that. Accuracy 5, crit 3%, 1 constitution, 5 crit multiplier. Crit multiplier doesn't matter, but it's better than what we have. None of those have the right amount of armor. I am looking for a decent one-hander. This is a dagger, but it's got decent damage for a dagger, but we're not going to use it because it's a dagger. All right, what do we need for strength-wise? We need 30. All right, we've got that. Let's go ahead and put 1 into each one of these because we're going to need to eventually. We might as well take it now. I've got my base mind power up to 20. That way, if I do switch items, I can still increase my skills. Alright, Savage Hunter. Oh, it's sustained. Okay, cool. This skate, I don't know if I ever went over it. 20% increased movement speed and then negative 70% knockback resistance. But as I've said, I don't really count knockback as a... it's not going to kill you. It's going to give you an avenue of escape if you need it to. Just don't get into a situation where you are getting knocked into a new group of enemies, which almost never happens because that means you'd have to run away. You'd have to run from one group of enemies into another and then get knocked back into the original group. It's not something that happens a lot. Although it did happen just on my last video where I died like an idiot. Alright, I'm going to take Stormlash. It's fun to use even if you don't have exotic weapons mastery in the beginning. Gives you a nice little lash attack. A ranged lightning attack, I mean. Okay, what do we got here? Regeneration infusions and healing infusions, but they all suck. Survivor's Brass Lantern of the Zealot. 3% resist all, light radius 3, 10 healing mod. Not enough light radius, and it costs too much. Okay, I'm going to spit flame at you if you hadn't died, but you did. Alright, beat the arena. Now we've got 2 points to spend in our class point or our generic. Here we go. Acid Iron Mace. Ah, wait, that's going to be arcane, isn't it? Yep, it's arcane. Awesome. Is Stormlash arcane? God dang it, it is. Come on, storms are... That's nature. Get rid of all of these. Whoa, not that. Take Flame Spit off of our bar. If you hadn't if you had released your hate on that item you pick up right in the beginning, you would have gotten another generic tree. But we're already going to be adding 2 more tinker trees here. So, and maybe fungus, probably not. But actually, you know what? Do we get fungus for free on this guy? I don't know. We might. But we'll see. All right. I'm taking anti-magic shield and anti-magic zone. But actually, you know what? Let's go over all of this in the next episode. So I'll take these out and then leave. But yeah, I'm just gonna make another one anyway. So we'll see you back in a second.